And he said, Pat, did you ever see The Nerd? I said, no. And he said, well, he said it was a play by Rowan Atkinson in the West End. He said, it was absolutely marvellous. So we got up in a tight situation, so to speak. Imagine me calling the Darling Prince of Wales The Nerd. Anyway, where do we go from now? Then we go on, and 20th Century Fox suggested that I sell the, well, I'd done Las Vegas, and it was very nice because I became known as the Queen of the Soundbite. I thought that was quite a nice title. And they said, would you like to sell Rocky Horror across the world for us, the DVD? Selling. I said, okay. So I started doing that. I go to Milan. It was amazing. They were, and at the time, and Dortmund in Germany, and But at the time, in Europe, the whole Rocky Horror show was going through Europe. So everywhere it went, I went into singing science fiction. So now I'm kind of Mick Jagger girl, because I don't even dress up in costume, I just go as myself and do it. So it's so funny. So I did it everywhere. Now I'm in the boulevard of, this is amazing, there was a war in France and Italy, and all over France is the street of Magenta, and the boulevard of Magenta, and the war of Magenta. I'm not quite sure what that war was, but it's there. I come from Northern Ireland, I know different wars. Anyway, so I arrived in the boulevard of Magenta, and it was extraordinary because I had this chauffeur-driven limo with, a guy who looks like from Sunset Boulevard, Von Stroheim. You look like, that kind of driving. And I had such a team because I'm a top girl, doing the thing for them. And there's the Scala, where Maria Callas sings, and there across the road is the National Theatre of Milan. So it was rather like Amadeus, if you ever saw the movie. So there would be Mozart with the king, and there down the road would be Simon Cowell running the Common Theatre. And that was really, really extraordinary. And to go in there and just put on our Common show, obviously at the Scala, was wonderful. And actually Richard O'Brien was there at the time, not involved with me in my junket, but he was there. And I don't wish to talk against him, but I'm going to. Anyway, he was there. So he was sitting in the foyer with the television crew. And he's sitting in the foyer. And he said, oh, Timmy, dear Timmy, meaning Tim. I haven't seen dear Timmy in a long, long time. And I'm walking through, going to my dressing room, because I'm going to perform science fiction on stage. And I said, no, but you've fucking seen me, because I'm fucking here. I'm sorry. So the whole TV crew stopped, the whole world stopped, and everyone looked around and thought, who the fuck was that? And I have to admit, I ran very fast to my dressing room. Then. So the next thing I heard was O'Brien's voice across the theatre, National Theatre of Milan. Patricia? Patricia? I'm not here. And the television crew came in and said, Miss Quinn, let me film you, maybe. I said, of course, please do. Greedy color. Anyway, so that was that. And so then the most amazing thing was that came out of it was they asked me to play Dresden. Now, I'd done Munich, I'd done Milan, I'd done now I'm Sydney, Australia, all along. And now I'm in Dresden. Now Dresden was the country that, the Germans bombed Coventry, and in retaliation, the English bombed Dresden, which was a shocking thing to do because it was unnecessary, it was a revenge and vicious, and Dresden was one of the most beautiful cities. So it was, whatever happened in Dresden wasn't a good thing. I know it wasn't good in Coventry, but our retaliation was a bit late and shouldn't really happen. So I get to Dresden, and I'm on a plane from Munich. So I get to Munich, and then I had to change place to go to Dresden. So I get on this plane, and I left something on my seat. I had to go to the loo. Came back, and this gentleman sitting next to my seat said, "I believe someone left this on the plane." I said, no, that's mine. I'm sitting here. And he said, "Oh, hello." And he said, "How are you?" And we start talking. And he said, "I'm the manager of the Kempinski Hotel in Dresden." I said, "That's where I'm going. I'm going to live at the Kempinski Hotel." Now, the Kempinski hotels, I'm sure most of you know, or maybe you don't, are like the best hotels in the world. And the guy who was running the Kempinski Hotel in Dresden had to give up the Paris Kempinski to go to Dresden to try and make that work. So he said, "Miss Quinn, when you get off the plane, may I escort you to my hotel?" He says, "Frightfully kind, but I have a feeling that I'm going to be met." Because the whole of Dresden were like, woo, So I got to the Kempinski Hotel, which was stunning. Because the amazing thing about Dresden is they have the King's Palace, then they had the palace for the King's mistress, and there was a bridge between the King's Palace and her palace, which I think is most convenient. So I thought, oh, that's great. But now the mistress's palace is the Kempinski Hotel. Beautiful. Also in Dresden, they have an opera house for winter and an opera house for summer. And it's an extraordinary place. But I said, this place is so like Florence, which is so beautiful. And they said, that's what we call it. We call it Florence on the Elbe, because the river in Dresden is the Elbe. So I said, it's amazing. So I'm in the Kempinski Hotel. Seems to be I'm the only person in it. And the only thing outside the door is a coach with Deep Purple written on it. So I thought, oh, are they in here? Deep Purple and me. And at the time, my son was about to marry his wife, whose husband, whose father was involved with Deep Purple. And John Lord, who is Deep Purple, actually was at my drama school for a year to be an actor. He was #1 at the drama centre, year 1, and he went on to make music. And so I kept running after these Deep Purple guys in t-shirts. It was like the White Rabbit around the corridors. Are you Deep Purple? Are you Deep Purple? Anyway, so that evening I went up, and Deep Purple were playing, and they were playing by the river, and the river being such a conductor of sound, you're going, I don't know what the Deep Purple thing is, but people know the music. And I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. I said to the people I was with, coming and go and see Deep Purple, they said, well, we think it'd be better if you just go to dinner, and because you're doing tomorrow night, in the bar. So you got your own concert, so we'll forget that. But that was quite extraordinary. So I just tried to tell you the kind of journeys I've been on with this show. And now here I am with my darling friends. And I'm, in Atlantic City. And it's kind of like coming home. Because I've been here, is it once? I think just once before. What? Was it again? Well, it's divine. And, you can imagine people singing the Time Warp in the casino. I mean, give me a break. And how could I possibly think they would even know that I was me? You know what I mean? Sorry. Anyway, that was gorgeous. So I look out of the boardwalk and I don't know, I just keep looking at it. I haven't walked down it. What? That would do.
Pat, would you be willing to take a couple questions from people?
No, but I just want to show you. I can't show this easily. But I was given this last night, the lightning strike. And who gave it to me? A guy playing Brad in the show. And this boy made this for me. It's so stunning, because I love it. But actually, I have the original one at home. I'm actually not meant to have it, because Richard O'Brien had it, and how he possibly left that in my house, I couldn't possibly imagine. Secrets. Okay. What do you want to do?
Oh, there we go. We do have a couple questions over here. If you want to go ahead and stand up, I'll hand you the mic. Hold it right close to